Would someone like to roll for narrative points?
Uh, 5. So no need to change it.
Excellent. You have all returned to Dakar Base. It is July 15th, 2 days since last episode.
Okay.
Uh,
So I have a question.
what?
So since you were listening to the episodes while you were in the car, if I remember correctly, one of the soldiers, that Haliva overheard, mentioned that the major was ordered by the colonel to spread the information, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Unless I have to, like, if I have to use a narrative point for it, if that's okay with everybody, I will. But is there a chance Faust could have, like, via, that's weird. Why would a major know about me giving the data to the Federation? So is there a chance Faust could have potentially asked around and be like, hey, so how does the major know that? And is there a chance somebody could have told her?
Sure. Um, so it's been 2 days, and at least one of those days you were still in contact with like everyone. And it comes down to an extremely simple solution, actually. It's boosterism.
Okay, so he's doing it to try, like, hey guys, look how cool our Gundam pilot is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I see. Okay. So he's
It makes
based.
them very confident.
Yeah. There. So the colonel is spreading it to potentially boost morale. No, not knowing that he may fuck up like one of his best teams that he has on standby, like at the cusp of his recruitment. Okay.
Yeah, well, why would he know that about doing that?
Why would he? Okay. All right. I think. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Honestly, a part of me was thinking he's plotting something. But you know what? Now that you say that, that makes sense. That the colonel's just like, oh man, everyone's gonna
You know, it'd
love
be
to hear
great
about
for
this.
morale.
It'd be great for morale that he comes into the Rio team's room and he's like, why does everything here feel so tense? And like it's like Faust bleeding from the mouth after Surge punches her. It's like, huh. Are you guys okay? Anyway, sorry. I just wanted to confirm.
No worries, no worries.
Okay. Okay, so
Frost.
another thing. Yes.
In front of you is Tired. Not Tired. Tired's here. Tired is a real person. Is Lieutenant Oliva,
Okay.
and he's been kind of cagey all day. It's dinner
Yep.
time in a weird way, in a weirder way than normal.
Yeah, no, she knows what this is about. I was gonna say, I feel like at this point, now that there's nothing to hide and like everyone on the base is talking about it, I feel as if Faust would have decided to be like, all right, time to come clean, at least, because like, well, the jig is up, if anything. So she would have gone to Matro first after after the next morning potentially to tell Matro about the whole situation. Because she knows that if Matro hears about it from anyone else, that's just going to be a problem for like everybody.
Better to come clean.
Yeah, better to just tell him what happened and how there was data. If we did that, I decided to just give it because maybe it was my own. Yeah, basically, she decided to just go and come clean to him first off. So then they could probably tell it to Courage, and Courage is going to be sitting there confused, like, huh?
You did what?
There was a disc. There was the how many discs?
Anyways, not tired. Halabo will not explain to you, why he's acting so weird. He's acting unusually weird.
Okay, like even more weird considering like, is this enough to have Faust consider this might be something more than
Yes, it
the
is.
confrontation?
It's very blatantly not about that.
Okay, so
It's just you
Hmm.
2,
Out of
you're eating dinner. You have no idea where Courage and Matro are right now.
oh my god, Halva was right. Anyway, so Faust is eating her food. It's
Mhm.
very quiet. There's been it's been very tense for the past few days as Faust just places like a spoon or a fork or whatever the fuck down beside her. Kind of looks up to Helen and she's just like, "Hello,
Oh, Lieutenant.
you seem to be acting strange lately, Helva, and it doesn't seem to be about what happened 2 days ago."
Uh, yeah, I've been having a lot on my mind. That's all.
Uh, would I have to? Okay, so Helva did tell us about his cousin, right?
Mhm.
Okay. She's gonna think to herself, and she's like, "You're thinking of your cousin, are you not? I believe you mentioned he was still on Earth last time you heard of him."
Uh, no, but, uh, well, I guess now I am.
Ah, he kind of like, okay, interesting. So she's just like, "However, Faust knows she is not in a position to say, but there is something that's concerning you. It'd be best to speak about it."
How about you look at the, clock? Not yet. It's not yet. It's not time.
Uh, listen. It's all alright. We can just save that for a later date. Alright.
She's gonna look at him, but just sigh and relent as she's just like, "If that's what you wish, however."
He like
She's gonna take she's gonna actually take note of the fact that he was kind of like glancing at the clock as if he was anticipating something or waiting for a certain time.
anyhow fast. What have what have you been up to these past following days?
Kind of. So I have I have another question.
Sure.
Did we get the drugs?
What?
The drugs, that
Oh, they're here.
the. Okay, cool. Uh, so she's just kind of like she's like, well, besides informing the what rank is he again? Besides informing Lieutenant Commander about
You can just say commander. You're
the
allowed to shorten it
commander,
like that?
yeah. Besides telling the commander about the information being spread around the base 2 days ago, Faust has been Faust has been researching the components of a new product that he and potentially others of this team are to be testing. Kat thinks to herself, "Speaking of, I suppose I was going to ask you about that."
Products like
Kind of, she pulls out the box, places it down.
it's,
The
he
researchers over at the New Type Research, or do we know them as the New Type Labs, or do they have any go by anything else?
You'd either say, the Murasame, Augusta, or Cheyenne Labs. Do not
Okay.
specify that they are new type.
Okay. The researchers over at the I feel like this is more of a Murasame thing, yeah. Because
there's also
each lab
Oakland.
kind of does its own. There's
It's
Oakland
Oakland.
too. Yeah. I
Or
think
maybe as
Murasame is more.
California.
I think Murasame fits more to do drugs and because I mean Murasame Labs for you know what I mean.
One Murasame?
Yeah. Um. So yeah, she's like the researchers at the Murasame lab have given us this. They believe these pills may be able to induce or enhance new type abilities and conditions if taken. Faust was asked to research this by what was her rank again? She was also a major, right?
Major Maria.
Faust was asked by Major Maria to to test these, and Faust was wondering if you would be interested in assisting.
He sort of takes the bottle, shakes it a little. Looks like a box of aspirins. You kind of see him like just put it down and just contemplating. This similar to what we saw back then, you think?
As far as Faust is aware, the scientists over at that only had probably did more so injections and other more unsavory ways of inflicting these kinds of drugs. As far as Faust is aware, in these 4 years, the formula has most definitely been improved, perfected, and therefore condensed into the pill rather than any serum injections or something along those lines.
But you, I guess I wasn't asking if it was gonna be easier to swallow in a literal and metaphorical sense.
Kind of takes the bottle and looks at it. That depends on your throat for the first part, and for the psychological part, she kind of looks at it. She just says, "Faust isn't totally sure if she is, to be honest." Puts the bottle back down. As much as Faust has been assisting in the research, Faust has yet to be allowed on the premises. I am essentially a field tester for them. I believe that was obvious with the Gundam.
I mean, if you put all your hands on this thing, then I'll do anything I can to help.
He nods. Thank you, Halava. And I guess, kind of puts the bottles back away as she just kind of continues to eat her food, and she says, "Thus believes you have somewhere to be."
He checks the clock.
Hey, Faust, you hear the doors slam open behind you.
Oh boy, Faust is going to take note of that and turn to see what it is.
Bursting through the door, you see Matro, Courage,
Okay.
pushing
Hmm.
around a cart with a cake on it and some boxes on beneath it.
you see Faust's expression fucking just shift into this like, oh no.
They walk
Oh,
close. It says "Happy Birthday, Lieutenant Faust," and there's two candles that form 30.
uh, Faust just sees them walking with, like, I presume the goofiest fucking expressions on their faces. This is really so.
Me and the boys walking up.
This is really funny. It's like 2 days ago. Faust was like, Commander Macho, I have something to tell you. And they probably had this very intense, passionate conversation about, the team and the betrayal and all that. And all 2 days later, Macho's like, all right, we're throwing a surprise birthday party. Get ready. Halva, I need you to distract her. Anyway, yeah, Faust looks at the cake as she realizes that today was her birthday. I never gave her a birthday, but this is okay. I'm fine with this.
I did.
February seems
I made it.
February seems like a pretty good Faust birthday month. So yeah, no, she sees them walking in with "Happy birthday, Lieutenant Faust." in the cake, and she just says, "Ah, I see." And she turns back to Halva as all the pieces come together in her mind as to why Halva was like, "Hey, Faust, do you want to go eat dinner?" And then was completely awkward for the entire fucking thing. As she realizes she
There's
was
nothing
behind.
funnier to me than somebody's paranoia being cranked up to 11 for something utterly mundane.
And
Yeah,
totally innocent.
It's like, so yeah, she just watches them walk up with the cake as all the yeah.
George flops down on the table. Happy birthday, Lieutenant.
Faust is looking at the cake with this expression unchanging as always, as she just says, "Thank you, Ensign."
Junior Lieutenant. Remember, everyone got their own one-rank promotions.
Right, that's right. Thank you, Lieutenant. As she turns to the commander. I suppose this was your idea, Commander Natro.
More of a team effort.
He turns to Halva, and I suppose you were meant to bring me here?
Halva gives like a shy smile. That was the plan, and he actually takes out a little box, a rectangular box from his coat jacket, and puts it on the table.
Faust seems... This is definitely the first time ever that she's kind of gotten this kind of experience, as she takes the gift, and she seems to be like a little like actually at a loss for words. She just says, "I see. Thank you, all of you," as she kind of unwraps the present and sees what it is.
The one Halva gave her, the one under the cake.
Two under
Oh.
the cake, actually.
There's two presents under the cake. Well, I'm taking the one that he just gave her from his coat.
Okay, as you unwrap it, it's like it's not like a proper present. It's like how do you say, like one of those little boxes which you just with just a very simple lid. And as you take the lid off, what you see is a very nice pair of round spectacle reading glasses.
Faust looks at the spectacles as she actually lets out a bit of a smirk, a smile, as she just kind of thinks to herself that this is definitely something she would actually wear. And she's honestly very impressed by Halva's choice to present. As she takes the glasses, and I'm so glad you said they were like reading glasses, because now I know exactly what kind of glasses it is. One second, please. But yeah, she kind of takes the glasses and puts them on as she looks up at Halva with the glasses, and she just says, "These are nice. These were very. Faust was impressed with your choice of present, Lieutenant." And she now looks like this.
I figured, I remember, I think you had a pair once upon a time, and I figured, you probably want something a bit newer, a bit nicer, and, plus you always got your head in the books.
It's true, I do. There's a lot of art for Faust in the game. But yeah, no, she looks. She's just like, Faust supposes she looks to the two presents under the cake, and she says, "And I suppose Faust supposes these presents are from you two." As she looks to the two Courage and Mastro.
Courage vigorously nods.
She lets it out of sight. This is something, all right. As she takes one of the boxes, I'm gonna say it's Courage's first, and unwraps
Yep.
it to see what
You
it
take
is.
a long rectangular box out.
It's a Zweihander, isn't it? It's a Zweihander, isn't it? All right, she opens it up.
It is a Federation saber. However, when you go to inspect it, you see that it has been custom engraved both on the blade itself and the hilt to have your initials on them.
FG. It's just said, yeah, this must have cost quite a bit of money, and Lieutenant.
She nods.
I suppose
Nothing I
she'll
can,
have to add. Sorry, go first.
nothing I can't recover from.
That's true enough. As she puts the card, and she says, I suppose that means I have another sword to my collection. As she thinks about her own customized Zweihander and the one that she uses for more practice and like the more standard. I mean, honestly, her custom made Zweihander is probably more like a great sword, if anything. And then I mean, a Zweihander is basically a great sword, but you know,
Anyways, it is
the,
it is a specific style of greatsword.
yeah, but yeah. So there's like a more traditional looking great sword, and then there's the one she uses for practice, which is more of a traditional looking Zweihander. And now she has a saber. Faust is gonna imagine opening a mobile suit cockpit, like, all right, we're gonna jump the pilot, and she comes out with like three giant swords and just stabs one of your guys.
Rage a moment.
Yeah. And then last but not least, she takes Matro's present and goes to open it, wondering what the lieutenant commander could have gotten for her.
What did the lieutenant commander get for her?
So he's put together a. I feel this is like too much of an inside joke being a Gundam game, but it's a model of your G1 as you had it, like just before we transferred out and you switched over.
Yeah, the original, the fuck, what was it again? The FFD, right? That's the one. My original mobile suit. She says, she looks at it, and she's just completely gobsmacked at these presents. Like Paula getting her reading glasses. Yeah, that's like she could see that as a present being gifted to anybody. And now she has a sword and a model kit of the unit she used. And she kind of inspects this model kit. She says, "Fast doesn't believe the Federation has model kits of the RX-78s available. That means this was custom made. The details are quite impressive. You even got the exact coating of paint I used for it."
Part of the fun customizing.
He just kind of, lets out again a chuckle. She says, "These are all wonderful presents." Faust is surprised. I believe that's what you set out to do.
Oh,
Only the best for the best, Courage says.
He, he lets out a content smile as she kind of lets the anxiety go for a second, even though she probably has yet to tell Courage about it. But that'll happen. We'll get there when we get there. And she just says, "Then I suppose we should probably start eating the cake."
Courage pulls out a lighter and lights the candles and places the cake in front of you. She starts with she starts singing happy birthday and everyone else joins in.
I'm imagining that fucking scene from Metal Gear Solid 5 when it's your birthday and you go into base. It's like, boss, the base is being attacked. You have to come. And you go there. And they all just start coming out saying legally distinct happy birthday. Yeah, no, Faust is sitting there with that same kind of blank expression. It's only the people around her who are close in her team would know that this is more of a pleased smile. Also, very much kind of cringing on the inside, as uh, this is certainly unexperienced of all time. As she kind of waits for them to finish, sighs, saying, "We simply could have eaten the cake." as she then blows out the candles. And I guess I have to change Faust's age to 30.
Hooray, Faust is old.
You see Faust, yeah, imagine Faust just immediately like shifts into Rambo Rao looking fucking territory.
Candle goes out, just immediately turn
Immediately turn the
pages.
No,
Yeah.
there's only one thing that changes. It's how Seema Garahau, the corner of her eyes has wrinkles. That's the only difference now.
It's hard. It's not like you can make Faust's hair go any whiter, so it's literally the only option the animators have.
The only option the animators have to make her look older. Honestly, I still go with the way that Faust Cal looks young. For some reason, who knows? Maybe Maybe she has a really great skincare routine. Probably better than what a pirate living on the fringes of space has, if I were to guess.
I would actually attribute Seema's aging more to stress than anything else.
Well, that's too. Yeah, no, she probably had like Faust has been under pressure, but Seema, no beauty care products in the fringes of space. PTSD from committing a mass atrocity, fighting for her life, lots of stress, all things considered.
Who'd have thunk?
Who would have funked it? But yeah, no, and she blows out the candle, and I suppose they just start eating the cake.
So Kurt says with a mouth full of cake. So feel any different?
Faust just shakes her head. Not at the moment, no. Take a bite out of her cake with a fork.
You all have to remember that Courage is in fact the youngest of the cast.
Yeah. Courage is expecting Faust to immediately be like, "Oh, my back." Yeah, no. Faust is goes on to eat her cake. And I suppose they talk of the night away while eating their cake.
Courage
How's it
looks over you, Macho, and asks, "Did you feel any different turning 30?"
Wait a second. I have to check ages. I'm pretty sure Matro's not 30 yet.
Is he not?
I'm not sure. No, I think Faust is like still the oldest of the group. I think the only person who was around her age was fucking Mags.
I thought that was a comment about him looking only because he was only 24 at the start.
So, yeah, that's
like,
right. However, I think it'd be funnier if she still said that.
It's like,
yeah.
I was like, wait a second. Ask me in 2 years, Courage.
Huh? You're 30, right?
Nope.
Faust is how old? I think Halva and Macho are the same age. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Faust just before she takes a bite out of her cake, she says, "Faust is the oldest of the group by at least 2 years." She eats the cake piece.
Birds looks bewildered, but she's just pointing at you, Macho, with a fork. But
I'm going to choose to not be offended by that, Lieutenant.
Macho looking out into the distance solemnly, like, do I really look that old?
Or worse, act that old.
Do I? Oh god, he looks at his hands. I'm becoming dad. Fate worse than death. but yeah.
Wait a second. We've known each other for years now. How old do you think I am?
Like 31.
Okay.
You had to be like 27, and when I met you, you were a lieutenant.
He just like coughs and takes a bite of cake so he doesn't have to answer the
Faust just immediately
the unasked question there.
Faust perks on me and she says, Faust believes that has to do with his familial status.
Huh?
She takes another bite of her cake and refuses to elaborate.
He points over to you, Helena. Did you know about this?
He he holds out his hands just like holds up his hands like he's being robbed. Like, nah, no, I don't ask me.
I'm not touching this subject.
Was I the only one who didn't know?
Apparently.
Faustin's not going to answer that question.
There's a lot of Nashes embedded throughout the Federation forces. It may have sped things along.
You know, Courage looks utterly bewildered. Like the bro is baffled.
Yeah, shocked.
And I presume you all finish eating.
Yes.
What cake do we get?
What
The
cake did
cake you the cake that you asked the cooks to make.
So true. All right, cool. Delicious, nondescript cake. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Matro, what cake did you ask for?
Just go with chocolate. It's basic, just a basic bitch cake. I don't know.
They made it
Half
out
and
of
half,
ration
half.
bars.
I'm sorry. This is all we could manage. It's a ration cake.
Oh,
But yeah, I'd say half and half. That's a cake I usually get, where it's half vanilla, half. It's I guess a marble cake, but it's not like the chocolate is mixed in with the vanilla. It's like it's
it's just
literally
one.
one
It's like the
slice is
safest option too. It's like, well, 90% of
well,
people
yeah,
like either chocolate or vanilla, so this is the
vanilla.
safe
So
way.
yeah, yeah. So I'd say we go with that. And she just as they finish up the night, about to collect her presents, and I suppose kind of bids them a good night as she returns to her room.
Excellent, excellent.
She puts the model kit of the Gundam on her desk, looks at it, and goes to bed to have experiences that I may elaborate on potentially, sort of.
Oh? Huh?
I've been thinking stuff. Uh, if
Yeah,
you if
you go to sleep.
so basically, this has been happening for a while now, ever since she became a new type. Basically, it's very fuzzy, but it's probably it's very weird that it feels like there's like her dreams or like dreams are weird, right? But it's also like it feels like it's more so not her having a dream, more so her experiencing a potential other life, like just a completely different life from what she has now. And it's quite odd, and it's really weird. She doesn't know how to describe it. It's very faint, but it feels like when she goes to bed and dreams, it's just like, oh, here's a dream where I fucking wake up and I'm either like I don't know, I was actually I'm actually a Zeonic commander or some shit, leading the charge at the fucking Battle of Loom or some shit. Or here I am fighting fucking aliens in another mech that isn't a mobile suit. Or I'm in a bus in a city fighting people for shit I don't know. And there's a guy with a clock head. And then she wakes up and she doesn't know how to feel about it. It's very weird, but she's gonna just tuck that away under dreams are weird, and as much as they slightly unsettle me for how lifelike they feel, it's probably whatever. It's fine.
You know what's not weird though?
What's not weird?
The sound of the bugle that sounds at every 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, Yep. She gets snapped out of her strange dream of fuck it. Yeah, the bus one with the clock heads. They're fighting a ghost or some shit. She don't know. She wakes up as the beautiful hordes. And she kind of just like again, and she takes out a journal, writes down her experiences. Honestly, her little notebook is her journal from like everything from research notes to fucking dream diary shit. And she starts to get ready for the day. She looks at the glasses and she honestly they're testing and she doesn't want to maybe break them, so she just kind of leaves the present the glasses on the desk alongside the saber and the model kit as she makes her way out.
Man, they would be so mad if you break any of them in less than 24 hours.
Yeah, because who knows what can happen during the testing. Mobile suit cockpits can be a little volatile. And I suppose she makes her way over to the canteen again.
Yep. There is besides the test, there's only really one thing that's really on today's docket.
And that is?
A medal ceremony.
Oh. Oh my god, I forgot to ask again. I have several questions today. I'm sorry. So I just remembered something.
Yeah?
I believe in session one, Faust became an ace in a day, or like a double ace or something, when they were storming a Baku. This is
I
way
don't
too late to
remember
ask.
that.
I think she did. Because
I
they
want to say
did
you
bench
got 5 kills that session where like the first session of us playing as a campaign.
Yeah, I believe we did. So I know this is extremely late to ask, but I think I should maybe put the ace in a day skill for her.
No.
Okay, I'll leave that for next
I
game.
you know how busted that bonus is.
I mean, yeah, you fucking wiped the floor with the beta with it, but I mean, yeah, I'll just save that for later for
I was
next
also
game.
gonna say that if memory serves, the reason you got an ace today was we were fighting against like untrained cadets. It was
Well,
not a great learning moment.
I mean,
We
yeah,
kicked the
but
shit out of
like,
those guys.
I mean,
Old
yeah,
men and
but like,
boys. Do you want medal for killing old men and boys?
I already got the medal. They gave it to me already.
Oh, sorry.
They already gave me the medal. But yeah, anyway, cool. So, medal ceremony. Yippee. All right. Okay.
You're all eating.
Nom nom.
Matro.
Yep.
You know there's a certain air of pomp and circumstance to these sorts of things. Yes?
Makes sense.
Do you trust Faust to behave herself?
I would say yes.
Yes? Question mark.
Listen, it's a sliding scale of who I'd trust on this one. Faust is definitely in the middle.
What a glowing
Well,
endorsement.
It depends on exact circumstances. Like most of the time, I wouldn't put courage at the top of the list. Normally, it would be Faust, but this is like some like super officious
it's
officer
so
shit with a capital O. That's courage would be on our best behavior for that one. Normally, it'd be Faust at the top. Sorry, Halva.
It's like yeah, it's like all right.
Hey.
Here's the hierarchy. Faust is at the top. Courage is usually in the middle. Honestly, Halva and Courage are interchangeable, but it's usually Courage in the middle.
Because, there are going to be reporters here. Everyone wants to hear that the Titans are doing good work.
Oh god, you remember what happened last time she got interviewed? I swear to God, she got interviewed at the dinner party they had. She gave like most flattest answers they could have gotten. Oh god. Anyway, so yeah, reporters, officials, maybe even major people at this party, Lieutenant Mastro, Lieutenant Commander Mastro, for your subordinate.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yes, yes, yes. Not worried at all. Total confidence. She has total confidence.
I am absolutely sure nothing bad could possibly happen.
Very well then. And it's time for the ceremony. Faust, the rest of
Okay.
the team has to walk away since you are the guest of honor.
Yep. All right. I guess Faust has her very nice looking officer's uniform, despite the fact they're in the fucking middle of Africa heat.
Hey, you can
Yeah.
even wear the fancy sword.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I'm wearing the fancy sword Courage gave me. Hell yeah. Faust, as she's getting dressed for this, as they're like, Faust, you should be wearing something a little more uh better for this. The
Video
Faust,
fatigues, not
and
fatigues.
Faust just you see Faust sigh and walk off to her dorm. But yeah, she kind of takes the saber, looking at it in its scabbard, and she just notes to herself, she's like, a very timely birthday gift. As she puts the saber on her hilt by her side and exits with her Federation cap, her lawn sleeves, and very much, and her gloves, and is very much very. This is not the weather for this type of uniform, but whatever.
It is a ceremony. You have to wear the dress uniform. So,
How else do I wear the dress uniform? Only Star
uh,
Hasnable gets to wear his goofy ass mask.
you walk out onto the tarmac. You see a little podium set up next to the side. You see blocks of waiting soldiers. And first in line is Rio team lined up at parade rest.
You see Matcher. The fucking image of like what's his name? Hiccup when Toothless is trying to impress the girl dragon. It's Hiccup in the background with the thumbs up. You just see like Halibut doing that.
No, yeah,
Very slowly.
you see him. You see Halva start to do that, and Courage swats him to get him back into proper stance.
Fast looks at them. I suppose it would be only right to, I guess, give them a salute. Would that
No,
make
not
sense?
not yet.
Not okay. All right. So no
It is-
saluting, but Faust
Not yet.
is going to Faust is going to look to her team, look to the soldiers, look ahead, and start very officially, very proficiently making her way up to the podium.
So there's a very particular way you have to do this. Besides these blocks of soldiers, there are reporters in a little audience section.
Uh-huh.
Up on the podium are some more senior officers. Like there's Colonel Genya there, who's supposed to give you the award. There's Major Maria, and I'd like you to make me keen in awareness.
Keen in awareness, he say.
Yes,
So I get a bonus.
you may use your telepathy bonus.
Okay. So keen awareness, telepathy. I got a 6. So that would be 6 successes.
Yep, you see in one of the officers a Titan's uniform. It's a man in a Titan's dress uniform. However, he looks like he's wearing red goggles.
Oh dear God, it's bad. Oh, we've already met this guy. I remember we met this guy. I
Yeah,
know who
once
you are.
once
Once, but I know.
I know what you
4 years
are.
ago.
I
know what you
recognize that. I recognize that Humpty Dumpty ass head with those goofy eye goggles. I know who you are.
Dumb looking ass.
I know exactly what you are. Okay, so Faust She notices back home as she makes a mental note to herself that the Titans are most definitely using this award ceremony to try and to try and legitimize themselves, making them look like how great and confident they are. And Fast honestly doesn't have any problem with this. I mean, they did manage to like rout an entire million's worth of Zeke remnants. So I mean, they're doing their job. There's some problems, but like, yeah, it'll probably get moved out in the next few years. So yeah, she makes her way, I suppose, up to the podium. I suppose maybe
You
address right there.
you walk up along the blocks of soldiers, and you go to a certain spot, and you sharply turn to go onto the podium.
Hmm.
You walk up to Colonel Zhenya, and then you stop and stand at attention.
All right. She stands out attention, looking at the colonel.
He coughs slightly to clear his
I was like,
throat.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
you don't do anything right here.
Okay. I thought he
Then
couldn't because he was expecting something. He was like, do the thing.
the colonel then says, "For your gallant actions in, during the last patrol, I have the honor of bestowing upon you a Order of the Globe, 3rd class, for gallant actions in the field."
I think I was
Lieutenant
supposed to go.
Lieutenant Faust at great personal risk, which is bullshit.
Yeah. Faust mentally rolls her eyes.
Hayes stormed across the field, trawling enemy fire during the assault on a Xeon remnant base,
I mean, that part is true, yeah.
providing a valuable distraction, and while the rest of the Titan's force, moved up into position. After
Yeah.
knocking off the Xeon remnants from their fortress, as she single-handedly discovered a second entrance from which to flank the enemies, causing their immediate surrender. For these actions, hence, I have the honor of bestowing upon you an Order of the Globe 3rd class. Then he pins it to your rack of medals and stands back, then salutes.
And Faust crisply returns the salute.
He drops it, then you drop it, then you turn around.
To the big microphones in my face and presumably the flashing cameras.
No. They are cameras, but you're not at the podium. Then you see the lines upon lines of soldiers parade past you, saluting as they go, starting with Rio Team, and you return their salutes as they go by.
She is just looking at this sight and thinking to herself of she is getting the sense that and everything seems to be going great, but there's this kind of sinking feeling in the bottom of her stomach. I think something bad might happen soon. But she kind of shakes that feeling off as she, returns the salute and watches all the soldiers go past her.
And then the ceremony's over. Everyone gets down from the podium, and Macho, you see? Oh,
I was gonna say, is there a chance the Gundam is stationed there to make this parade maybe even more impressive? I think that would be cool.
nah.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I don't like that image.
It would have made for yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, no, she gets off the podium to, I suppose, where the Rio team are waiting for her, and
No.
presumably reporters.
The reporters swarm you before you can get to them, Macho. You see Faust kind of swamped in between them. You can't actually see her anymore since quite a few of them are taller
All right, here we go.
Courage looks to you, Mastro, and then asks, "Is she gonna be all right?"
Uh, let's maybe try and keep an eye on things. Metro was very very confident leaving Faust to handle the award ceremony. Dealing with the press, that's just not. That just seems unfun. That does not seem like Faust's cup of tea.
This is my nightmare come to life. But yeah, Fast, goes and she's looking at the group and how she makes her way over and is immediately swarmed by reporters. And she remembers, oh, right, they want to ask me, they want to ask Fast questions. As she kind of deadpans, but gets ready to try her best to keep up with the barrage of questions heading her way.
Yep. Rio Tam sees there. Um, you know, Halima, you can actually see kind of like the sweat start to glisten off of some people, and what's the word? You know that she's not super used to hot weather. You're not
I mean,
used
if
to
this was
hot
hell,
weather.
yeah, I was gonna say if this was hell with that situation, I'm pretty sure you'd have a heat stroke by now.
Yeah, you feel hot, and you've only been standing out here for a couple minutes.
I imagine it also hasn't really helped Oliver, considering he's not entirely used. I mean, I imagine he's somewhat used to the weather by now, but it's not the one he grew up in.
Oh man, I assume we're all in dress uniforms. That's just extra shitty today.
Yeah, yeah, you are. You're wearing long sleeves, gloves, and hats.
Just not the greatest type of weather.
Needless to say, Oliver, you're gonna need some water after this.
Yeah, no. He's looking around like, I can see my reflection in that guy's forehead.
George looks over, is like, "Oh, yeah, you can." Metro, you look over and you see Bascom walk by.
Oh boy, where's he headed?
Just somewhere. However,
Oh,
Metro,
Yep.
maybe you shouldn't say that about flag officer. Maybe your subordinate shouldn't say that sort of thing about flag officers. If only for the fact that they can make your lives very difficult.
Yeah. Well. So. Whoops. It definitely.
If
I
you
think
didn't want to make... Oh, sorry.
trying to think, it's man, we should have got somebody an assigned handler to how to talk to the media assigned for this job, and I did not think of that. Oh well.
They
Mistakes
gave
were
you the
made.
opportunity to coach her.
Yeah, except I don't know if Matro isn't really good at dealing with the press.
there's a sliding scale of dealing with the press, and only Courage is at the top of it. Everybody else is at the bottom.
Like I said, just try and edge in closer to what's going on here, and because yeah, I feel like we're throwing Faust to the wolves, leaving her with the reporters.
Metro, so I presume you walk over to the crowd.
Yeah, yeah.
You start
Try and steer her out of this, because who the fuck wants to deal with this? It sounds like misery. Something I wouldn't Matra wouldn't want to do, and I assume he knows enough about Faust. She really wouldn't want to be dealing with the press.
Um, listen back. If you didn't want to be made fun of, maybe you shouldn't have stole the chaos emeralds.
Maybe he should have stolen the chaos emerald.
I have
Oh.
no idea what this is in reference to.
Oh,
Neither,
hey,
it's
you.
really funny.
Oh, it's a Sonic reference. It's like, oh, hey, you mean these chaos emeralds?
No, Bascom looks like Eggman.
It's true. Well, yeah, he looks like the late '90s, '80s cartoons Bascom. I mean, Eggman. If he got like shaved, if he shaved off his giant mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
you
was
are right.
fair.
However, never say that again.
Yeah. So
So,
Thousand Things.
you see Faust being kind of like smoldered by the crowd. They keep asking incessant questions about like record stuff, like exploits, heights, thoughts, feelings about the remnants, about the Titans, about the state of the Earth Federation, just like incessant questions. There's so many microphones in Faust's face that can't actually see her legs at all. You can't actually like see her hips at all. She's being swarmed, and even the famously cool facaded Faust is starting to look overwhelmed.
Is Courage nearby?
No, you are nearby.
Okay, no, I was just gonna see if I could grab Courage, use her as a battering ram, essentially. Please, people out of the way. Could you please clear us a path?
Match courage. Use tackle.
Well, I was gonna use her as Courage is real big, and I could just move people out of the way as necessary. It's like,
Using courage as fucking HM.
Courage is renowned
I'm
for one thing in particular, and that's her physicality.
exactly trying to think here. Because yeah, I assume there's literally like we're on a big enough base. I'm certain there's literally like public affairs officer whose job is to like deal with these sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to push through and just start saying like, sorry folks, that's enough questions now. Lieutenant has other duties to attend to, which is probably a bold-faced lie, but I don't really care, and I will start like initially politely, but just like I'm going to try and get to Faust and drag her out of this.
And
And then
Faust is
is like, please direct your questions to, I don't know if we have a name for like the public affairs or just like to the public affairs officer. They'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And yeah, try and push through on this before we cause any other difficulties.
Faust is trying to answer the questions. As Matcher is like kind of shoving through. She's just like,
If I happen to catch Faust's eyes at all, just like finger over lips, like shush. As long as you keep answering them, they're going to keep asking questions.
Faust is like, she answers the last question about the Titans, and she's like, yes, the Titans are doing very impressive work. And she looks at Matcher, sees him do like shit. She's just like, she just starts to try and very much be like, pardon me, but Faust had, and they keep like interrupting her with more questions, and then Matcher comes in, presumably drags her off.
And you're brought away, taking you farther and farther away from the civilian side of things. And some of the more, how I would put it, aggressive reporters try to follow you to keep asking questions, but are pretty handily stopped by, soldiers.
The paparazzi are here for me. Oh God. I wonder if Kai Shiden is in there. Probably not.
Mm. Mountro. You bring Foss back to Rio Team, and there you see the Major. The Titans Major.
Oh, salute.
That's just kidding. Yeah, no, Faust also salutes.
He returns the salute and he drops it, which in turn allows you to drop it.
Yes, we drop it.
So then he asks, "So I heard from the colonel that you're considering joining up."
Yes, it's. I worked with the Titans. It seems like you guys are doing important work. Be good to be active in the field again after so long doing R&D.
He nods. You put in your applications yet?
Not quite yet. We still haven't completely discussed it as a team.
I see. I see.
I guess Faust would point motion to Courage, and she says the lieutenant was on leave during the mission, so we would like to discuss things with her first before we make a solid decision.
Y'all look over to Courage blinking rapidly. It's like, and then I just says, "Oh, I see."
And then
Well,
I
well, just to let you know, Colonel Zhenya is beat. We just have to wait for Federation Assembly approval. Then Colonel Zhenya will be promoted to Brigadier, and I will be replacing him. But then he'll go on to Kilimanjaro. If you
Well-deserved
decide,
promotion.
if you do decide to join up, you will likely stay with this unit.
understood. As Faust then says, I believe that's what rank is Basco at the moment?
You'd say naval captain, which is a colonel.
I believe that's what the naval officer was here for. Well, yeah, you said he was a brigadier. Wait, what was he again?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that's the ranks, right? One moment.
Yeah, I just want to make double sure what rank Basco would be at this moment.
Captain, which would be colonel.
Okay, so he's a captain at the moment. And she says, I believe that's what the captain is here for. Then,
Yes. As we all know, for those not in the know, Basques is one of Admiral Jamitov's was one of
right hand.
Admiral Jamitov's agendas, and is still a very close friend with him and his staff.
Yeah.
He was asked to be present at the proceedings in at the Admiral's absence. Well, congratulations, Lieutenant, and on the medal. I believe you have things to discuss. He walks off. I look for as he's walking away. I says, "I look forward to giving the Sikhs a good look once you join up."
Faust nods, gives him one last salute as he walks off, and then just turns and she says, I believe that's our cue to talk this out.
Yeah, and the courage looks. So, what was it like?
Fast just thinks for a moment and she says, tedious would be the best description considering the weather they had us do it in. And the reporters were very assertive with their desire to have their questions answered.
Courage stops, looks a little confused, like, "What?"
Fast refuses to elaborate as she then turns to the sketch and says, I'm Faust is a little interested as to what that Captain Ohms is doing here.
Disappointed you didn't
She
get
turns
the.
to no, she turns to Mavir. She says, "The commander, I believe he's one of Jamatov's right hand men, correct?"
What the major said. What would I know about Jamatov at this point,
Um,
if anything, really?
you know he was there during like stomping down on the Delas fleet. And when I mean stomping down, I mean stomping
Stomping
down.
down. Yeah, like he has a certain reputation.
For let's just call it aggressive action.
Yeah, and he's also the guy who's in charge of the Titans, right?
Yes, he's an
Yeah.
admiral.
Yep. He's a big shot, so it's a little confused. I mean, this is the Federation capital base, but it's a little odd why a Space Force captain, who's the right hand man to the admiral himself, why would he would be here?
I mean,
Besides
I don't
potentially,
think it's. I don't know if it's that unusual. You're like Faust is
yeah,
honestly like a top ace and a new type,
North.
and is looking at joining the Titans. It feels like that actually is a quite appropriate like thing for them to try and send someone
Said
high and mighty to butter you up. To be fair,
that's true, yeah, but yeah, and also this is Faust is not to glaze myself, but Faust is probably like the first or someone affiliated with not part of the Titans yet, but they it was a Titans operation and they got like a war hero out of it, you know? It was
yeah,
like they were working with us in our operation. This is like this can really help boost the Titans' reputation. So yeah, they would also send, right hand man there to see what's up.
yeah.
Faust
Right.
takes off her hat and wipes her brow as she says, "If anything, it may be a good idea to decide before that captain leaves."
Fair enough. Not a discussion I want to have out in the sun though. It's too damn hot.
Faust
Plus,
nods.
there's
Okay.
a lot of people around. I really don't want this conversation being like listened in on. So let's go find somewhere a little quieter, a little cooler.
You see a Courage take off her hat, and then she says, "Thank God for the Space Force's laxer or hat regulations." She starts fanning herself. You all walk into back into the main building,
Yep.
and
Faust
where's
feels a
that?
sense of relief.
And AC, feel the AC.
Yeah.
So Courage asks, "So how was it out there?" And she looks at Macho and not Faust this time.
You were there. She meant the fight, not the
Yes.
ceremony.
I
Oh,
I
thought that
thought
that's
you
was
were
just
so
being
that's
being
snide.
deliberately. Oh, that's even better.
no,
Oh,
it's
that's
even better
so
that I
funny.
thought she was asking about the ceremony. No, that's even funnier.
I'm just thinking like that's such a Faust thing to do, Swampy. You're killing it.
Oh, I'm
That's
so
fucking
goaded.
hilarious. I thought you were doing a bit. That's even better.
I'm so in character, dude.
It was different being out in the field. I
How
have to admit,
so?
like, it's been a while since we did any counterinsurgency work. I'm not. I think here how to phrase it. I'm somewhat dismayed to hear that the colonel's been promoted. He seemed to be a very good officer, but the Titans themselves are somewhat less disciplined than I would have hoped for a counterinsurgency organization. They had to ride them with a pretty rough hand. They're very capable, but they're also
George looks
given
so
to certain excesses.
that's what the captain meant.
They all turn to courage slowly. The
Oh,
captain Faust says,
oh, and she says, Captain Alex said something about the Titans being daredevils, thugs, and bloodthirsty maniacs.
Captain Kurlenko of the Wild Stallions.
They're certainly
She kind of
aggressive.
Yeah.
I think they require a firm hand. But I can't discredit their effectiveness in the field.
Well, how effective were they?
I mean, I guess that's the question. How much would I guess has anyone told has Courage been debriefed on what happened at all, or is this kind of first time
No,
information?
you got
Okay.
here yesterday.
So I'll give her a Cliff's notes of the whole ambush and then assault on the base. Because all things considered, we managed to blow through what could have been a pretty bad ambush fairly effectively, and
they shot it once and we were like, get that motherfucker.
yeah. It was an instant counterattack, which it worked. It was very aggressive, but it wasn't very effective. Yeah. So, organizationally, very very zealous. There was no hesitation in the counterattack, but also their tempers run high, to say the least.
Her brow furrows at that comment in particular. What do you mean?
Well, it's been a while since I saw a bayonet charge, and in hindsight, the only time I've seen a bayonet charge.
Wait, those sort of things still happen?
Apparently, at least when it comes to them.
Cleared out the anti-MS missile teams very effectively.
They were also more than willing to utilize flamethrowers.
Bridge whistles.
Seems a little barbaric, if not effective, if you ask me.
They're she nods barbaric, yes, but can't deny the effectiveness so far.
Well, it's not like it's illegal or anything.
Geneva Convention. What's that?
Actually, funny thing you mentioned that, Swappy. Mobile Suit Gundam
Yes.
aired in 1979.
Yeah, before the Geneva, you mentioned this last time when you were
Yes.
doing the actual stuff.
The
Yeah.
checklist.
Yeah. So I guess in this case, the joke would be Arctic Treaty. What's that?
Wasn't it signed in
I mean, that was already
1949?
broken.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. There are several Geneva Conventions, and the one banning flame weapons was not a thing yet.
I see.
Oh, okay. All right.
At
But
time
yeah,
of writing of Gundam, you could actually napalm someone, and it's not a war crime in any country.
Yep. But yeah, no, Fausta says, she looks and she says, the Titans, their methods are, as everyone here has already put it, barbaric but effective. To be quite honest, you would most likely do very well there yourself, Lieutenant. Lieutenant.
What about the rest of you? What do you all think?
Well, they are a opportunity to move up in the ranks. That much is for certain.
He looks over to Hala.
Hey, can you repeat that?
Courage looks over to Hala.
I believe the question was, what do you guys think about the plans? Faust already, or like about joining them.
Halava kind of just like we reconciles with their last encounter, sort of scratches his chin. I think I'll go wherever y'all go. It's worked out for me so far.
Then on to you, Metro.
I really have to think about this because it was good working under the colonel, but like the major was who's now going to be in charge was kind of a dismissive ass when we tried to warn him about the potential of an ambush. If memory
Yeah,
serves.
and I just,
And
You
it
did.
very
I mean,
much is like it came down to like a lot about how effective the actual commanders were in like reining these guys in. I'm trying to think what his attitude would be without like sort of like where I'm not just dragging that major who, if we do decide to work for, we have to work for. So that's like, how do I say? I don't really like this guy, but that's going to be our boss if this is the angle we go.
I know.
I don't
I
want.
mean,
I
also,
don't
he's
want to like
probably gonna be a, he's
cause
also
cause
probably
headache.
gonna, yeah, he's also probably gonna be a lot more willing to listen now, considering it was like Major, the lieutenant is sensing something. Keep that wizard shit to yourself, and then immediately something bad happens. I'm sure he was like, "Huh, maybe I should have listened."
Especially since the lieutenant then just like won the battle for them. So yeah,
Interestingly, if you remember correctly, that was not brought up during the speech.
Yep, which is not surprising.
You do know, the Major is like still around. You can go talk to him about stuff.
I mean, we could, or we could maybe try and go to where the colonel is, which may be where the captain is, and maybe we could potentially get ourselves a better spot. You know, it
I don't
might be
know.
better to
Day one of the
well, the colonel,
organization going over the head of the people you're going to be reporting to feels potentially risky.
I mean, true enough, but like the colonel is the one who's inevitably he's going to be the one signing off on our applications, right? So probably, if anything, we can tell the major that we'd like to inform the colonel about our decision, and then maybe get in with while the colonel's with the captain, and then we can be once again in our natural habitat in space, and Haliva can stop having heat stroke and having to suffer through Earth.
I
Yeah.
track what you're saying, I suppose.
Yeah,
I
unless,
guess that's the other
unless
question is how does everyone feel about
I feel like our
being
characters
back
are most.
Earthside, like as a
Well,
permanent
I mean,
posting?
What was
I
that
feel
from?
like
I was gonna say that's actually a good point. It's like how would everyone feel about like having a permanent Earthside posting? Because I know at least a couple of us have might find like being assigned to North Africa difficult, just like in terms of
yeah,
physical comfort level.
yeah. That's what I was mostly referring to Alva. Like Alva's probably gonna be way more willing if like our backup's like, how about you come to my team? It's like,
You're
oh,
actually currently in Central Africa.
Oh,
Speaking
yeah.
of having a heat
but
stroke,
yeah,
I
but we
am.
were
Yes, tired.
Oh no, that's all I was gonna say. I am.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, I'm happy. It's hot in here.
Get me out of here. I don't want to be in this heat anymore.
Crappy, you were saying?
Oh, I just, yeah, the whole thing about do we want to be back on Earth if we are like sticking with this? Because yeah, if Hal is still dying of heat, and I'm not opposed to being on Earth, but Ratcher chose Space Forces for a reason. Would probably prefer to be in space than on the ground if I were to be making that. If I were able to have my preferences. So
I see. So is there any officer you would like to collectively see, or send a
Colonel.
representative to go see?
I feel like so far it's the Colonel, right? Like, I think that's what we're all kind of going for. The Colonel, like, first tell the Major and then go to the Colonel.
Any objections?
this definitely seems like the Titan officer we have the best rapport with so far.
Yeah.
I presume Matro will be the representative, or are you all going together?
It'd probably be best to all go together. And I mean, if anything, Matro could be sent, or you could probably send Faust, considering, the
You are the
attention.
hero of the moment after all. I guess
Yeah, that could.
before we go and talk to this, so are we decided we want to pursue
They're Titans.
the Titans?
I think so. I mean, actually, have we asked Courage? We should probably ask Courage first.
Yeah.
Like, all right, real quick. It's like Faust turns to Courage. It's like, it appears that everybody else is more or less willing to join the Titans. What about you, Lieutenant?
Yeah.
Well, they sound right up my alley, but I'm not exactly a man wrangler, if that makes any sense.
That's true enough. Well, considering the progress they've been making so far in a mere year, it's safe to say that may not be the case for much longer.
Mm. Well, I'm willing to stick it out for at least a year or two.
Then
Yeah,
are
'cause
we all in agreement?
seems like it. Also, yeah, because currently the Titans aren't actually their own separate branch; they're just a separate
They're
unit
kinds of
thing,
units.
right?
Yeah, it's like, yes, this is the SAS, or like, yeah, you're part of the VDV.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, you are basically like a kind of a department in the EFF, a very small one.
Makes sense. Yeah, no, I think it sounds like we're pretty well decided. Folks to check in on will be the Colonel, and I guess should probably doesn't have to be right now, or it doesn't have to be at the group. I should probably check in with uh, Major Maria on the whole, like, hey, did we make the program look good? Because I think we succeeded in that. The testing of the Gym 2 upgrades went real good, and we didn't even break them that
Yeah,
badly, other than like an arm, which
That happens
I
in
mean, any
combat.
combat session I come out of with an entire mobile suit is basically a failure. So I get shot up a lot. It's a thing.
what do you mean you came back with a mobile suit? Get back out there and get it fucked up.
It gets fucked up just that little bit more.
We
Uh,
had, yeah, meet your quota.
If I don't have to clean you from the seat, I don't want it.
exactly.
Yep.
I want hamburgers in that cockpit, not a man.
Fine, Major Maria. Frap.
Yeah, I presume we covered the program in a little bit of glory with that. So we'll try to find a time where I think it sounds like kind of as a team we want to speak with the colonel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I might, before we do that, like slip off try to find the Maria, because that's kind of a sort of look for here. It wasn't like it was particularly nefarious, but it was like, yeah, this is the politics side of the EFS forces. So I'm gonna go and like complete that unpleasant duty.
You find Major Maria. She's talking with some other officers. Mostly junior enlisted. Junior officers, I mean.
Gotcha. Yeah, I will approach because if this is important enough to interrupt whatever this conversation is.
The major spots you and says, Lieutenant, did you need something?
Just a moment of your time, Major.
She shoos the second lieutenants off. So what was it you needed?
Just wanted to check in and see that you're pleased with the way the GM2's upgrade kits were conducted themselves in this latest test.
Superbly.
I think the
You know, they've been
good.
approved for production, you know.
It was fantastic news. Just wanted to
What will they do to the mountain raid? Hopefully. The first batches of upgrade kits should be rolling out of the factories within the month. Well, they'll trickle in to the rest of the EFF over the years, but it should be a pretty complete overhaul within the next 2 years.
is indeed excellent news. I'm glad that our joint operation here went smoothly.
You would say a little more than smoothly. You packed those rats running.
Say it was more of a workout than I expected. I can't complain about the effectiveness of the suits or the aggressiveness of our allies.
Sure you're not getting a little too old for being a pilot? Riding a desk isn't that bad, you know.
Hope and have another couple years behind the sticks before I have to contemplate that.
You'll join the rest of us desk jockeys sooner or later.
Eventually, man, but as I said, still some more opportunities I want to try and run down before I have to.
Good man.
Believe the team will be looking to take up the colonel on his offer. So, in the meantime, it's been a pleasure working with you.
Likewise.
And to that, I will salute and head out.
We leave. We turn around the corner and there's the rest of the Rio team just waiting.
Eager, aren't we?
Yes, sir. We're popping the pills already.
We haven't had that conversation yet. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Lieutenant Commander, I know this isn't a good time to ask, but I think if we take these drugs, it might improve our chances at telling the colonel we want to join up.
No,
You know,
that's
you know what looks really
experimental.
good for a recruitment proposal? Looking like a tweaker.
Yes.
Love it.
It worked for the Nazis.
It works for the Nazis. It can work. I mean, it'll work for us in a couple of years. It'll work for us in about a year or so. Yeah, we got a year to go until the incident.
The incident.
The
All right.
incident.
Ah,
I
yeah.
don't mean Macho's incident. I mean the other incident.
The other thingy, my bobber. Yes.
With
Yeah.
that, I guess we'll try and like track down the colonel before he's like promoted and gone.
Okay, then you go find him in his office. And then he looks at all of you and says, "Is there something you needed?"
Just kidding.
Wanted to offer our congratulations on your upcoming promotion, Colonel. The major filled us in. Seems well deserved.
He nods. Well, thank you.
We've discussed amongst ourselves the team on your offer on joining the Titans, and after working with you, it's something we'd like to pursue. If you'll still, if the Titans will still have us.
He nods. I see no reason why poor pilots of your caliber won't be allowed in.
The only concern we have is we'd prefer to return to space if that was at all possible.
He starts to think. I'm not so sure about that, actually.
Faust raised an eyebrow. What do you mean, Colonel?
Well, then he leans back in his desk and starts tapping a pen against a pen. He leans back in his chair and he starts tapping his pen against the desk.
The lighting changes dramatically.
Well, Lieutenant, most of the Xeon remnants are actually on Earth. After Jalah's incident, and the super majority of them are wiped out. There's only lone ships and operations in space probably won't need a major, how should I say, upscaling. Plus, then you'd have to compete for all the EFSF Matro. I'd like you to make Keenan empathy.
Yep. Oh, nope.
You don't?
No, that's a fail by 4.
Faust, Oliva, you may make the same roll.
Keen, empathy, and I have my telepathy bonus.
Of course.
Ooh. I barely made it. Like 6 feet by 1, yeah.
Oliva?
2 successes.
Faust.
Mm-hmm.
When he says all the EFSF, his eyes very specifically land on Oliva, who are and he continues, who are trying to get into the Titans. It is extremely selective.
All right. She looks to Haliva to see if he also noticed.
I imagine Haliva, he's maybe a little used to it at this point, notices as well.
I'm imagining if Bath Cone was here, it'd be like that scene of King of the Hill where like Bath Cone walks up to Haliva, looks at him, and he says, "You're from Von Braun, aren't you?" just very, very so racist. He's able to identify somebody based on like what city on the moon they're in.
Bascom,
like Cotton Hill. You're Laotian.
Exactly.
being like,
yeah, exactly. That's the scene I was referencing. Just that.
being like, don't worry, Papnimus, you're one of the good ones.
Master, you don't notice this.
After completely clueless as you see Calva and Faust just like side eye each other.
However, if you were to stay on Earth, or there is a far greater operation, and said you could be up that the Titans will commit, which will require greater manpower, and your chances of all getting in, especially all getting into the same unit, will be significantly higher.
I see. Then I suppose it would be best for all of us to join the Earthside operations.
That's my personal recommendation. Although I cannot stop you if you would prefer to apply for the Space Forces Titans as opposed to the EFGF Titans.
He turns to Halibut. Yeah, considering Halibut's the one who's suffering the most on Earth, she turns to him and she says, Halibut,
Mm-hmm.
would you be fun staying on Earth more?
If I'm needed here, then I'll do what I have to.
You
I'll
know,
say
she looks with
it's
the
beautiful planet, but nothing is quite like he points up to the sky, being up there.
You all notice that Colonel just has a bit of a sharper look about him. But when that comment is said,
he's about to get racist. He gets promoted to brigadier and he's like, I'm about to get racist. But yeah,
no, I'm just thinking of the drill tweet. Democrats are gonna look themselves in the mirror, honestly, into their souls, and says, "We gotta get more racist."
the morning after he's promoted, he looks to himself, deep introspective. I need to become more racist. But yeah, no, Faust just kind of like gives him a motion to like, you might want to hold down on the comments about space. She says, and I suppose we will be signing up for the ground forces in that case.
And Colonel Daniel looks over to you, Master, and says, "I suppose we'll have to start. You'll have to get used to." Yeah, let me begin again. He looks over to you, Master, and he says, "I guess you'll just have to get used to being called Major."
It's a change I could get used to, I suppose.
He takes out a smoke. How you think? What was your dad's name again? And what was your uncle's name again? I forget the names.
All right, I have that open because I can't remember. Ludo was the father, and Garsta was the uncle.
And he said, as he opens smoke, "Look, I wonder what old man and Ludo would think, or little on Garsta, you being in the army."
Well, they won't like it wouldn't have liked it any more than me being in the Space Force. I just have to really join the Coast Guard next to really piss them off.
He laughs. I suppose I'll be seeing those farms soon enough.
Thank you for your time, Colonel.
Oh.
No worries, Commander. He raises his glass to victory.
Victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, salute and leave the Colonel's office, I guess. Oh man, this means I got paperwork to do. I'm so happy.
See Matra do the fucking Amuro run off Italy. Yahoo!
Walk out of the office. And this is a good time for me to go to the bathroom. I will be back in just a short moment.
Oh, wait, you're going off?
No, I need to pee.
Oh, okay. Well, give me a second.
I'll be right back as well.
I have returned. Hello.
And back.
I wonder how we're going to derail this in the spin of the next hour. Because we kind of have to.
Oh, for sure. I thought maybe we were just going to get a bold refusal with Titans no longer accepting Spaceborne.
No, actually, that was the entire thing. Like, most space nodes are in the EFSF, not the EFGF. And like
Makes
that's the excuse why they say no space nodes are allowed on the Titans, because officially
Oh.
they can't say that.
Yeah, right now we're just recruiting from the ground, so it's fine.
And there's only so many Titans units up in space, so we have to be very careful who we choose. It just so happens that they're all from Earth.
Imagine being so racist against Paptimus Shirako was so racist that he got in despite being the person the Titans are racist against. Yeah.
I'm just thinking the meme of Anakin Skywalker when he's captured by General Grievous, and it's just the text, yes, Aryan Supremacy 88, you're browner than I expected.
That was used when Stone Toss got doxxed.
No, thing is, Stone Tossed is Argentinian, therefore a cracker.
I'm back.
Hello.
Perfect timing.
That's really insulting to say, hey, tired.
It's like, thank God we don't have to hear about crackers. All right.
No, that was in reference to you.
Oh.
That's what I thought. Damn tired.
Wait, what? Oh no, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, speaking of crackers, Swappy shows up.
Thank God. A real life example. Anyway, so fucking hell, but it's like I don't know, Courage explaining about the crackers. You see Faust enter the room and Halibut, not meaning the crackers, are just like the actual crackers, just like perfect timing. Arrow just looks at Halibut like what? Anyway, so yeah,
Must
we
had to
just
explain Earth-based racism to Oliva.
yeah. Anyway, so we just left the colonel's office after. Honestly, I feel like the two victory part was like, that would be when the episode ends. IMO, but let's continue.
So a special
can't-
two-parter today.
We can have a shorter one if you guys are tired.
I feel like we're getting near the end, so we might as well finish it, right?
Yeah, it depends on like what's a good ending and like what leaves off like a good what finishes the story arc for the episode, you know?
The thing is, like, we only have a few more episodes, and by the end of the TVA show, Matro has to be dishonorably discharged.
All right, let's keep going.
I
feel
wanna-
like we're almost done with-
I want to give him enough. I want to give Matro enough rope to metaphorically hang himself on.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
I believe you then had to go talk to the Titans Major, I believe.
Yeah, I guess so.
I assume we have to go get these forms of transfer from somewhere.
And he does handle most. And Exo does handle most administrative work. So you go find him, and his office, which isn't too far away. You're not
Okay.
on it. He tells you to enter. Then he says, "What do you need?"
Salute and say, we've discussed things amongst the entire team, and we'd like to join the Titans if they'll take us.
I see. He bends over to open up a drawer and gets out 4 forms that he puts in front of you. Well, do you think you're ready, to pack those Zeke bastards or his back up to space?
We'll beat them until they realize it's time to give up and go home.
Or maybe beat that, or just keep beating them until they stop.
Cool it with the racism.
Whatever it takes.
He nods. Yeah, just get those back to me by tomorrow.
Understood.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
collect the forms and salute and leave.
Then as you're walking away, Courage says, "This is gonna be great." Not understanding any of the problem.
This is gonna be great. There's absolutely no way this could possibly ever go wrong.
We get it on the ground floor and we make sure the Titans stay a professional, decent organization. It'll be fine.
And nothing bad could ever happen.
Exactly.
All right, boys, let's lock. Let's do it.
We'll just be big damn heroes. It'll be great.
It'll be great. Nothing bad is ever gonna happen, and we're gonna be on top of the world forever.
Yep. The sun sets. The sun comes back up. And Courage, Halva, Bost, you have all been accepted as Titans
Oh wow, that was fast.
after 2 days of waiting.
A little more
Metro.
reasonable.
You
Yep.
have not gotten a reply yet, despite the fact that 3 of them got it at the exact same time.
Oh, it's his dad, isn't it? Nacho, I think your dad is cock blocking you, or your uncle.
I mean, I was gonna say one would be doing it from the grave, so that's a problem.
New type ghost this shit.
He's a fucking. He wills himself back into existence as a ghost. He's like, do not say yes to that paper.
Do not join the army.
I mean, that's concerning, but it's also the military, so like 3 days on paperwork. I'm not concerned. He's
Sure. Well, I mean,
like
my name
puts on the
is.
brave face of like, oh, it's just things must be delayed.
The names must be delayed. I mean, my name is pretty down there in the alphabet. I'm sure they just haven't gotten to N yet. And there's Halava with his last name being a W with his paper, like, hey, I got it.
Maybe they do it in reverse.
He just turns
Always.
to Faust with a G.
Concerned.
Turn to Faust with the G with G as her star. Oh, I got approved.
Hmm. And Faust, as ranking member of Rio team, yeah, you are now technically the ranking officer because you're now part of a different unit.
Oh shit! What rank am I
Uh,
now? Lieutenant Commander.
Same rank. You are just the highest rank. You're still a lieutenant though.
Okay, well, Faust is looking at
Wait,
the
or
approved
is she
sheet
now
that-
a captain because they've been accepted?
Yes, of course. You are now a captain.
Am I? Like, actually?
Well,
Yeah,
because
so
you
that's
switched over ranks, right? You went from a space lieutenant to a land captain.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So I guess I'm a captain now. I guess I should probably put that on my rank.
yeah. And now Halava and Courage are both first lieutenants.
All right. Guess I'll put CPT. There we go. And yeah, Faust is looking at her approval sheet as she sees the other two with their approval sheets. And then she turns to Matro and she says, I suppose that means I now have. I hold a rank over you. Or, well, at
Over
least to the other members.
I mean, temporarily they'd be your subordinates. We are no longer serving in the same unit, thanks to bureaucratic processes.
Phoenix does. I'm sure you'll be approved by tomorrow at least, or if anything at the latest by the end of the week.
Well, try not to do anything crazy to the organization before I get there.
We gas the fucking colony. We're not even Space
It
Forces.
happens by Wednesday. It's like, oh fuck.
Happens by Wednesday, the 30 punch incident. It's like, oops.
Speaking of orders, Halava, your first orders, you have them all actually.
What are our orders?
It's something about you know that new type drug you got recommended?
Yeah.
Well, they apparently want Halava specifically to go through a more intensive process as a known ace and Titans pilot.
Oh no. Oh god.
And now
That's just
the episode ends.
oh.
I need to give you enough rope to hang yourselves with. Come on. So what did you think about the episode? Well, we'll be doing a session tomorrow, by the way.
I fall to my knees.
Delightful.
Honestly, I was expecting having to do like a whole conversation with Matro and like having to explain, maybe interrogate people while being like, all right, what's the colonel's plan here? Turns out the colonel was just saying, yeah, I think this would be great for our unit morale, which it was right. And then it just had Faust be like off camera, be like, Matro, I goofed. I will admit I goofed. And how Matro was like, oh, okay.
I love the like paranoia climbing, and it was a birthday cake.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, oh no, something bad's about to happen. It's just birthday cake. It's like, oh, okay. Happy
Perfidious my
birthday.
teammate. Perfidious teammates. It's planning things behind my back, like birthday parties.
Like birthday parties. How sinister.
I'm going to stop the
My bad.
recording, okay?
All right.
Okay.